Are you looking for the best electric scooters? In this video, we will look at some of the best electric scooters on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Segway Ninebot Kickscooter Max. The Segway Ninebot Kickscooter Max is thick and heavy and over 40 pounds. But that weight is entirely due to the battery. The Kickscooter Max has an estimated range of 40 miles, which is nearly twice the variety of all other scooters, making it a better electric scooter for long rides. The Kickscooter Max can get up hills quickly and comfortably with a powerful 350-watt rear-wheel drive motor and large 10-inch air-filled tires. Our evaluations were only second to the Inagi in terms of maintaining speed as we climbed steep inclines. We also liked the Kickscooter Max's bell, which was big and loud enough to keep people out of our way. The Kickscooter Max has a bright color LED display that, while not as large as the Inagi's, provided all of the 350-watt motor in its rear wheel, instead of the Inagi's dual 250-watt motors. However, the Max was sufficient to activate me up big hills nearly as easily as the Inagi. I believe Segway's claim that the Max can manage 20-degree inclines. The Kickscooter Max maintained a speed of around 9 to 10 miles per hour on one uphill that caused other, less potent scooters to slow down to 5 to 6 miles per hour or less. The Inagi, which has two 250-watt motors, performed slightly better, racking. Number 2. Swagtron Swagger 5 Elite. The front tube snaps back and doors into the hood scoop, making the Swagger 5 easier to transport. This scooter, however, is not as small as the Dolly and is not as easy to transport. A dark skin LED display in the center of the handlebars provides a rough estimate of the scooter's battery capacity. You'll also find Bluetooth and Swagger 5 light icons here. Like the Dollies, this display was difficult to see in bright sunlight. The Swagger 5 smartphone app, Android and iOS, displays your speed, trip distance, and other information. The Swagtron Swagger 5 Elite is just another inexpensive scooter, but it is a little faster, with a top speed of 18 miles per hour. It has a foldable chassis, a 250-watt motor, and an aerosol front tire for the perfect ride. The Swagger 5 weighs about 27.5 pounds and can carry up to 320 pounds. It also includes a vibration season and a phone mount, which you can use with the Swagtron companion app to supervise the Swagger's max speed and help to boost. The Swagger 5 was a lot of fun to ride. It has 3 speed settings. I kept the Swagger 5 in the upper phase on flat roads, which buttoned me along at around 17 miles per hour. The whole scooter turned much more flawlessly than the Dolly through both suburban and city streets. The Swagger 5, on the other hand, has a lower capacity and is less potent than the Gleon. Acceleration was more progressive, and the Swagger 5 struggled to climb hills. Number 3. GoTrax XR Ultra. The GoTrax XR Ultra won't win any drag races, but it does get you where visitors need to go for a reasonable price. Even without additional suspension, its 8.5-inch air-filled tires provided a comfortable ride, and its 300-watt engine was influential in getting me moving. It only has a reflector strip on its rear fender, so if you apply the brakes, it's not as visible to traffic behind you as it would be on an electric scooter with brake light. Putting together the XR Ultra was a little more difficult than with other electric scooters. GoTrax has a simple thrust vectoring on the right handlebar, while the brake pedal and a dinky bell are on the left. A circular LED panel displays your pace and approximate battery life in the center. A small red button beneath turns on and off the scooter, activates the headlight, and switches first and second gear. The front-wheel 300-watt motor of the GoTrax is powerful enough on all but the steepest hills, where it slows to about 6 to 7 miles per hour. Similar to the Swagtron Swagger 5 Elite. The XR Ultra's large 8.5-inch air-filled tires kept the ride fairly smooth, despite the lack of additional shock absorption. Braking was also quick, bringing the scooter to a halt in seconds. Number 4. Razor E100. The Razor E100 is the top power scooter for parents looking for a scooter for their children to ride around town safely. It is in various colors and has twist grip acceleration controls and a hand-operated front brake. The E100 has a perfect speed of 10 miles per hour, but has enough torque to get uphill or over steep bumps. And with a drive time of 40 minutes, that's plenty of time to get home. While we don't assume a scooter during this value to have headed in order or taillights, We want to see front-rear reflectors, as well as a bell to warn others. These are basic safeguards on bicycles and should be on scooters as well. The E100 has a 100-watt motor connected to the rear wheel via a chain, making the scooter much louder than motors connected directly to the rear wheel. The Razor PowerCore E100, which has a nerve center motor, should be quieter. Razor estimates that the E100's dual 12-volt batteries will last up to 40 minutes of continuous riding. In practice, Chase was able to get between 60 and 80 minutes, depending on how fast the Razor E100 comes in a variety of styles and colors, so you'll be sure to locate one that matches your child's personality. Just make sure they have a helmet. One disadvantage of the E100 is that it employs a conveyor motor, which is noisier than hub motors, and may necessitate some upkeep over time. Also, the E100 lacks any bell or reflectors, so you'll need to buy some at a bike company to help make your kid more visible on the road.